Hello children, today we will see trigonometry part 4, trigonometric functions of sums and differences. Okay, so that we'll see first ratios of pi by 2 minus x, pi by 2 plus x. Then we'll see ratios of, now if it's pi minus x, then pi plus x. Then ratios of 3 pi by 2 minus x and plus x, and we'll see ratios of 2 pi minus x and plus x, and also ratios of minus x. Okay, now in the last class we have done in the first quadrant, you know, all ratios are positive. If the angle lies in the first quadrant, all ratios are positive. If the angle lies in the second quadrant, then sine and cosec of that angle are positive, rest are all negative. In the third quadrant, tan and cot of that angle are positive, rest are negative. And in the fourth quadrant, which is more than 3 pi by 2 or more than 270 degree, cos and sec are positive, rest are negative. Okay, so now for pi by 2 minus x. Now pi by 2 minus x, so this is positive side and minus means it's anti-clockwise is positive, clockwise is negative. So pi by 2 minus means first quadrant. Okay, this is pi by 2, minus means less than pi by 2, so it will lie in the first quadrant. So this angle lies in the first quadrant. So in the first quadrant, all sides are positive, all ratios are positive. But remember, now sine pi by 2 minus x is equal to, now sine pi by 2 minus x, first quadrant, so all are positive. So but pi by 2 ratio will change. Okay, pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2 ratio will change. Pi and 2 pi ratio will not change. Okay, so this will be cos x. Okay, the value of this will be cos x. Okay, then similarly cos pi by 2 minus x will change to sin x is positive because first quadrant. Then tan pi by 2 minus x will be cot x, and cot pi by 2 minus x will be tan x, and cosec pi by 2 minus x will be sec x, and sec pi by 2 minus x will be cosec x. You see, this angle lies in the first quadrant, pi by 2 minus x, so all the ratios are positive. And remember, pi by 2 plus minus ratio will change. Okay, now this is the ratios of pi by 2 minus x. So whenever you see sine pi by 2 minus x, you have to, it is equal to cos x, or cos pi by 2 minus x is sin x. Remember, similarly tan will change to cot, cot will change to tan, cosec will change to sec, sec will change to cosec. Okay, now we'll take number 2. Number 2, we take ratios of pi by 2 plus x. Now here pi by 2 minus x lies in this quadrant, whereas pi by 2 plus x lies in the second quadrant. See, pi by 2 here plus x, so it will lie in the second quadrant. Now here all pi by 2 plus x plus. Now here pi by 2 ratio will change. Okay, no problem, the ratio will remain same, but you have to check the sign. Now in the second quadrant, remember sine and cosec are positive, so sine will be positive and cosec will be positive. So cos will be negative, so it will be minus sin x. Tan will be negative, so minus cot. Cot will be negative, so minus tan. Cosec will be positive, so plus sec, and sec will be negative. Remember, these ratios, only sine and cosec are positive, rest all the ratios are negative. So two things you have to remember. First, whether the ratio changes or not. So if it changes, you have to change the ratio. If it doesn't change, then don't change the ratio, but then check the sign. See which quadrant the angle lies in. Second quadrant, sine and cosec positive, so sine and cosec will be positive, the values will be positive, rest all ratios will be negative. Okay, so these are the ratios of pi by 2 minus plus x. Now number 3. Okay, we take ratios of pi minus x. Pi minus x. Remember, pi minus x also lies in the same quadrant because this pi minus means less than pi. So it will lie in the second quadrant. So here, so ratios will be pi minus x. We'll change the sign. So sine pi minus x, 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 and pi minus x. So pi means 180 degrees. So ratio will not change. Remember, only pi by 2, 90 and 270 ratios change in when it is 1 pi plus minus or 2 pi plus minus, ratio will not change. So sine will remain sine x, ratio will remain as it is, cos will remain cos, tan will remain tan, cot will remain cot, and cosec will remain cosec, and sec will remain sec. Right, now you have to check the sign now. Since this angle lies in the second quadrant, okay, sine and cosec are positive, sine and cosec are positive, rest are all negative again. Only sine and cosec are positive, rest all ratios are negative. So remember, pi plus minus, okay, whether pi minus or plus, ratio will not change. Okay, so what will be the sign? It depends upon which quadrant the angle lies in. Accordingly, you have to choose the correct sign. So this is the ratios of pi minus x. Now let's take number 4, ratios of pi plus x. Pi plus x. Now pi is here, plus x means here, so this angle pi plus x will lie in the third quadrant. So in third quadrant, remember, tan and cot are positive, rest are negative. So you see here, tan and cot are positive, so tan is positive and cot positive, so rest all are negative. Tan and cot positive, here tan and cot positive, rest all negative. So pi plus minus, you see ratio will not change, but the sign according to quadrant you have to take. In the third quadrant, tan and cot are positive, so tan and cot are positive, rest are all negative. Okay, now we take another number 5. Next we take 3 pi by 2. So here 3 pi by 2 minus x, first we'll take minus. So 3 pi by 2 minus x also lies in the third quadrant. So this is 3 pi by 2, 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 and 3 pi by 2. And sign, we take minus sign first. So minus, 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 minus. Now once again 3 pi ratios will change. Okay, so change the ratios. So sign will change to cos x, cos will change to sin x, tan will change to cot x, cot will change to sin x, cosec will change to sec x, and sec will change to cosec x. Now you have to see the sign. Now since 3 pi by 2 minus x lies in the third quadrant, so only tan and cot will be positive, rest all will be negative here. So tan positive, cot will be here, tan, cot will change to tan. So this will be positive, so tan will be positive, cot will be positive, rest all will be negative. Okay, now we'll take 3 pi by 2 plus x. So 3 pi by 2 plus x lies in the fourth quadrant. Okay, 3 pi plus, so more than 3 pi by 2. So fourth quadrant, cos and sec will be negative. So you see, cos and sec will be positive. So cos will be positive and sec will be positive, rest will all be negative. Okay, only cos and sec will be positive. Okay, rest all will be negative, and ratios will change because 3 pi by 2 plus minus, ratios will change. Now we'll take 2 pi, ratios of 2 pi minus x. So 2 pi minus x lies in the fourth quadrant. 2 pi minus x, this also lies in the fourth quadrant. this was a ratio of plus. Actually earlier this was ratios of plus. Okay, now it was plus. Earlier it was 3 pi by 2 plus 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 plus. So here in the fourth quadrant only cos and sec positive and rest negative. This should be plus sign. Then it's in the fourth quadrant. So cos and sec will be positive, rest will be negative. Okay. Now we take 2 pi minus now. Ratios of 2 pi minus 6. So 2 pi minus 6. So 2 pi minus 6 everywhere. 2 pi minus 6. 2 pi minus 6 and 2 pi minus 6. Okay. Now 2 pi, the ratio is 2 pi plus minus. Whether 2 pi plus or minus, ratio won't change. So sine will remain sin x, cos will remain cos x, tan will remain tan, cot will remain cot x, cosec and sec will remain sec x. Only thing you have to see is sine. 2 pi ratio will not change. So the sine 2 pi minus x means in the fourth quadrant. Okay, fourth quadrant cos and sec are positive. Cos and sec are positive. So rest are all negative. Only cos and sec are positive. Rest are all negative. Okay. Now we take number 6. 2 pi plus x. So plus. So ratio will not change. Now 2 pi plus x means 2 pi is here. Plus x means it will be in the first quadrant again. Okay. So this will be 2 pi plus x will lie in the first quadrant. And you know first quadrant all are positive. So all ratios will be positive here. So 2 pi means ratio will not change. So this angle being in the first quadrant, all the ratios will be positive. Okay. Now finally we take ratios of negative angle. Number 7, ratios of minus x. Okay. So remember minus x, if x is acute angle, so minus x will lie in the fourth quadrant. Okay. So sine minus x, ratio will not change, so it will be sine x, but this angle this angle lies in the fourth quadrant, only cos and sec positive, so sine will be negative. So remember sine minus x is minus sine x. Okay. Similarly cos minus x, in fourth quadrant cos is positive, so it will be plus cos x, remember. Then tan minus x, fourth quadrant tan is negative, so minus tan x. Then cot minus x, cot is also negative in the fourth quadrant, so minus cot x. Then cosec minus x, this also minus cosec x, and sec minus x, and sec is positive there, so it will be plus sec x. See, whenever and this is negative, x is negative, then only cos and sec will be positive, rest all ratios will be negative, because this angle minus x lies in the fourth quadrant, and only cos and sec are positive, rest are all negative. Okay. So this is very important, you have to remember this. Okay. Whether two things you have to remember, whether the sign changes or not, the first thing. The second thing, which quadrant the angle lies, and whether the value will be positive or negative. Okay. Now we take ratios of x plus y, where x and y are two angles, two real numbers. So we take ratios of sine x plus y. Okay, where x and y are real numbers. So sine x plus y formula, this is sine x cos y plus cos x sine y. Okay, you can see the derivation in the book. Alright, sine x plus y is equal to sine x plus cos y plus cos x sine y. This is sine cos, cos sine x y. That way you have to remember. Okay. Number 2, sine of x minus y. Okay, ratio will be same, only plus will become minus. So it will be sine x cos y minus cos x sine y. Okay, this is for sine x plus y and sine x minus y. Number 3, cos x plus y. Formula is cos x cos y minus sine x sine y. Remember, in case of sine it is sine cos cos sine. In case of cos it is cos cos sine sine. But when it is plus, remember it is minus. So when it is minus, cos x minus y, here will be plus. So cos x cos y plus sine x sine y. Okay, this for sine, cos. Now for tan x plus y. It is tan x plus tan y upon 1 minus tan x into tan y. Okay, these are called compound angles. Number 6, tan x minus y is equal to tan x minus tan y upon 1 plus tan x tan y. Okay, so when is plus, plus is minus. When is minus, it is plus. Now number 7 for cot. Okay, cot x plus y. Cot x plus y, it is just the reciprocal here. So this will be cot x cot y minus 1 by cot y minus plus cot x. This is the formula. When it's plus, it will plus, it will be minus here. Number 8, cot x minus y is equal to cot x cot y plus 1. It is cot y minus cot x. Number 9, tan x plus y plus z. Suppose 3 angles there. So this is tan x plus tan y plus tan z minus tan x tan y tan z whole divided by 1 minus tan x into tan y minus tan y into tan z minus tan z into tan x. So this is the formula tan x plus y plus z. Okay, if there are 3 values. Now number 10, we have sine x plus y into sine x minus y equal to sine square x minus sine square y. This is also very useful formula. Okay, so number 11, cos x plus y into cos x minus y is equal to cos square x minus cos square y. Cos square x minus not cos square, this is should be sine square y. Okay, so these formulas you have to remember. Okay, now let's see some applications of these formulas. Okay, so now I'll take some questions to see how we can apply these formulas. So let's take question number 1. To find the value of cos, it is 210 degree. Now we cannot write the value from the table, or we cannot use calculator here. So what we do is we'll express this in terms of either pi minus pi plus, or pi by 2 plus minus, or 2 pi plus minus. Okay, So this is closer to 180 degree, so that is pi. So we can express this in terms of 180 degree plus minus something. So that is cos 180 degree plus 30 degree. You can see here cos 180 degree plus 30 degree, that is 210 degree. Okay. So now if it's less than 180, you can write 180 minus. If more than 180, you can write 180 plus. Okay. If it's closer to 360 degree, then you can write 360 minus or plus. Okay. We'll take some more questions, so it'll be clear. So this is in the form of cos pi plus x. Now pi plus x means it is the third quadrant. You know. So 180 degree ratio, pi means ratio won't change. So cos will remain cos. 30 degree will come as it is because this x. Okay, cos pi plus x is cos x. Okay. Now you have to be careful with the sign. Sign rule, always remember, add sugar to coffee. So 180 plus, 180 is here, plus means third quadrant. So only tan is positive and tan and reciprocal cot positive. So cos will be negative. So this will be minus 30 degrees. So you have to be careful. Two things you have to remember. One is whether the ratio will change or not. Okay. Then other thing is whether the value will be positive or negative. Okay. So 180 ratio will not change. So cos will remain cos 30. Now 180 plus, it is in the third quadrant. 180 plus third quadrant. So only tan is positive. Tan and cot positive. Cos is negative. So minus sign comes here. So minus cos 30. Value is how much? It is 1 by 2. So that is the answer. Okay. So let's take a few more examples. Question number 2 now. So it will be clear. Question number 2. Let's take some negative angle. Cos minus 870 degree. Minus 870 degree. Okay. Now you have to find the value of this angle. Now first, if there is minus sign here, then use the formula of cos minus x. Okay. Forget about the measure of this angle. Okay, magnitude of this angle here, the value. Okay, just take the sign. Take this as cos minus x. Minus x lies in the fourth quadrant. So cos is positive. So because add sugar to cos is positive, you can see here. So this is equivalent to cos 870 degree. If it was sine, then it will become minus sine 870 because sine is negative. Now you see 870 is okay more than 360. So try to write this angle as a multiple of 360 and plus minus something. So divide by 360. 870 divided by 360. So it will go 2 times 200, 2 6 are 12, 2 3 are 6, 7, 720. So 0, 7 minus 2 is 5, so 150. Okay, so you can write this as cos 2 into 360 degree plus 150 degree. Because 2 into 360, 720 plus 150 will make it 870. Okay, so this is the case of cos 2 into 2 pi plus 150 degree. You know the formula. 2 into any multiple of 2 pi, the value will be same as 150 degree only. So this will be equal to cos 150 degree 2 into 2 pi. You can remove. Okay, earlier we have done this. Now 150 is closer to 180. So you can write this as cos 180 degree minus 30 degree. Because 150 is 180 minus 30. So 180 ratio will not change. So cos will remain cos. But 180 minus means it is the second quadrant here, 180 minus. And cos is negative. It will be minus cos 30 degree. So minus half will be the answer. So it's a negative angle. So you can do this way. Okay, let's take next question. Question number 3. It is tan square pi by 3 plus 2 cos square pi by 4 plus 3 sec square pi by 6 minus 4 cos square pi by 2. Okay, so pi by 3. Pi by 3 means 60 degree. So it will be root 3 whole square plus 2 into pi by 4 is 45 degree. So 1 by root 2 whole square plus 3 sec pi by 6. Pi by 6 means 30 degree. So sec 30 is root 3 by 2. So this will be 2 by root 3 whole square minus 4 cos pi by 2. Cos pi by 2 is 0. So into 0 square. Cos 90 is 0 square. Okay. So this will be 3 plus 2 into 1 by 2. Root 2 square is 2 plus 3 into 4 by root 3 square is 3 minus 0. So 3 3 cancel, 2 2 cancel. So answer is 3 plus 1 4, 4 plus 4 it is 8. This is the answer. Okay. Now let's take the last question of the day. Question number 4. Question number 4. So find the value of 3 sine pi by 6 and sec pi by 3 minus 4 sine pi by 6 and cot pi by 4. Now if it's standard angle, we can directly put the value like pi by 6, pi by 3, pi by 4, they are standard angles, so we can put the value directly. But pi by 6, now we have to simplify this, express in terms of pi plus minus some standard angle. So 3 into sine pi by 6. Pi by 6 means sine 30. Okay. Okay. So sine 30 is 1 by 2. Okay. Remember cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Okay. So sine 30 is 1 by 2. Sec pi by 3 means it is 60 degree. So cos 60 is half. So sec 60 will be into 2 minus 4 into 4 sine. You can write this as pi minus pi by 6, because pi into 6 is pi minus pi, cot pi by 4. Okay. So cot pi by 4 also can put the value directly. Cot pi by 4. Pi by 4 means 45 degree. Cot 45 is 1. So 2 to cancel here. So it is 3 minus 4 into. So this is sine pi by 6 into 1 is because pi minus. So it is the second quadrant. Sine is positive and the ratio will not change. So 3 minus 4 into sine pi by 6. Pi by 6 means 30 degree. Sine 30 is half. So this is 2. So answer is 1. Okay.